Are you wanting to make a fursuit, but the $300 to $500 feels outrageous? Do you have an unholy amount of time on your hands? Do you have a crocheting addiction that you must harness, or else your additional addiction of raging on Twitter will be unleashed? Well boy then, do I have a solution for you! I'm the Crochet Furry, and this is how you too can crochet Fursuit, Feet Paws in just 11 easy steps. Step 1. Don't have a design. You must be afraid of designing a character. Harness your procrastination. Say that you'll do it later, and jump right into this multi-100-hour project with only a vague concept of what it's gonna look like. Trust me, you will not regret doing this. Step 2. Buy your foam from your local craft store. You're telling me that you buy your foam from Amazon because it's 2/5 the price for the exact same thing? Spending your money wisely. Why would you want that? Step 3. Cut your foam into shapes that are too small. You just bought all this overpriced foam, so you're gonna cut it, and you're gonna cut it incorrectly. Optionally, you are allowed to get a little angry after realizing the pieces you've cut are the wrong shapes. Step 4. Don't glue the shoes on well enough. You must be afraid of the hot glue gun, such that you rush this step. And in the unfortunate case that you are not afraid of hot glue guns, I would still recommend you rush this step. I mean, don't you want it to feel and sound like you're walking around on mud every time you take a step? This is by far the most important step. You'll thank me later. Step 5. Forget to take a picture of your duct tape pattern. This step, of course, is only necessary if you have a YouTube channel. Mystery is a great way to engage your audience, and you want to make sure that they have absolutely no idea what's going on. Step 6. Don't make any plans for how you're going to deal with the fur stretching out the crocheted fabric. Just wing it. Despite the fact that you've done multiple tests and know that the stretchiness is still quite unpredictable, you're still going to try and predict it. Nothing can possibly go wrong during this step. Trust me, it's going to turn out exactly how you want it to after you've added the fur. Step 7. Cry. Cry because you just wasted 10 hours of your life due to the fact you did not make any plans for previously mentioned stretchiness, and now you have to start the crocheting part completely over. Optionally, if you have a YouTube channel, you can post a short where you rage about this step. Step 8. Start the crocheting part over. This time, you'll add the fur while you crochet the fabric. You've had this idea from the beginning, but because it seemed hard, you decided to ignore it. Well, joke's on you. And don't get discouraged, because no mega project is complete without having to completely start over. Step 9. Spend the next literal 50 hours of your life crocheting and furring. I am not joking. This takes forever. But remember, you're spending these hundreds of unnecessary hours, so you don't have to spend $20 extra per square yard on synthetic fur. Step 10. Sew one of the linings inside out. Every mistake gives a creation character, and because you have no design planned at all, due to step 1, you'll want to add as much character as possible. I'd highly recommend that you add even more mistakes, but this is the only one I'd say is mandatory. At this point, you should be feeling like you want to quit. This project is taking so much longer than you thought it would, and you've made so many mistakes. But you should note that you've spent $100+ on supplies, and you've only used half of them. You can't be wasteful, so you're going to have to move on to step 11. Do everything you literally just did. But again, remember, this entire time you've only been making one of the feet paws, and the last time I checked, a fursuit had 2 of them. And there you have it, folks. If you faithfully followed these 11 easy steps, you should now have a pair of crocheted feet paws that look just like mine. I hope it was worth it. Okay, all serious now, I love my feet paws, mistakes and all. Making them was so fun and definitely worth every minute. And just look how they turned out. However, if you're thinking of crocheting a pair yourself, let me be honest. It takes a lot of time and effort, and might not be the best alternative. Unless you genuinely enjoy crocheting. Like all great quests, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. So don't start this project if your end result is to get a fursuit. Do it because you love to crochet. Or because you need to stop raging on Twitter.